Hello, and welcome back to yet another episode of Nando Plays Battletech. We should be on episode 11 by now, if I'm correct, which means that we once and for all have another contract, and we also have 2 mech warriors out, so I cannot necessarily fulfill any contracts, which makes this quite difficult. So I'm going to go to the store to alleviate my pains and realize that there is a marauder. You know what? That is worth the money.
New equipment available.
A marauder is always worth the money. And it's going to take a month to get there. It's gonna take me a month to get there. Okay. Well, is there anything else I need to buy from this store specifically before I leave? Let's find out. Yeah. I mean, do I need more ammo? There's a cockpit mod. All mechs come with cockpit. So this gives me an injury resistance. I'll buy a rangefinder.
New equipment available.
Alright, let's see what we can do. Let's go to the barracks, actually. So, let's see what I have so far. Behemoth is doing really well. Did I want her to move away again, or did I want her to just shell out rounds? Having a minimum range is actually good, so we're gonna 5 you out. As for you, I want you as quick as I can get you and as accurate as I can get you.
Training complete.
What can I do for you?
You shall be my deadly one. I need more accuracy out of you.
Mech warrior training complete. Training confirmed, Commander. Yes, Commander.
That's 1 health. That's 1 indirect fire. That is base weapon hit. I think I'll give you base weapon hit because we're about to hit the cliff.
Good to go.
Commander.
Ready for orders.
Alright, so what we can do now is we can run to our contracts and try and see if we can possibly make it to first strike. Part of me wants to hit trap sprung, but I feel like we'll run out of money.
Course now, Commander.
It's very easy for us to run out of money. And we also get to see what the Centurion has for us. And I swear to Jesus Christ, if we do not have ammunition, I'm going to be minorly upset.
I wrapped up that job you asked for, Commander.
Is this not going to refit now? Oh, there we go. Okay, so I need ammo. Ammo, thank you. And LRM ammo. This is a tough beast.
Right, Commander. Be with you in a second.
Let's see what we have. The blackjack should actually be the top on the queue. And we might skip some of this. Just because most of this is just taxiing. Alright, another random event on week 17, day 3. The Last Cup. On your way to the galley, on the way to the Leopard's Galley, you run into Sumair heading the same way. Commander, it's been a long week. I know I can't make more hours in a day, but I can make more coffee. When you enter the cramped galley, you find Decker and Behemoth in a tense standoff in front of the nearly empty coffee pond. Decker sees you. Commander, this is the last coffee. The XO says we won't have any more until our next supply run. Behemoth shoves her way forward. I got here first, and he almost stole it while I was looking for my favorite mug. You have the option to split the coffee between them, give the coffee to Sumair, or take the coffee for yourself. Now, what would Mandark do? Well, if I assume I am leadership Mandark, I'm just going to give them both coffee. If I assume I am douchebag Mandark because I want my fucking coffee, I'd take it for myself. Let's take it for myself. Let's see what happens. Morale's decreased by 1. Make way, you say, pushing past the mech warriors to get to the coffee pot. There's just enough coffee to fill your cup. You turn around and take a sip. The coffee is terrible, but you're committed now. As they watch you, Decker makes a face. Behemoth heaves a sigh. Don't pout, you chastise. If you bring your mech back with all its limbs intact, we'll have plenty of sea bills for more coffee. Now get to your bunks and get your heads in the game. After they leave, Sumair stares forlornly at the empty part. Excuse me while I discuss shopping priorities with Darius. Decker has gained the following tags for 14 days, low spirits, as well as Behemoth, and your overall crew morale has been decreased by 1. Alright.
That work order you submitted is complete.
Actually, I'm going to take a visit to the mech bay to see if there's any adjustments. This is effectively a zombie mech, and unfortunately, you know what I could do, because this medium laser isn't doing me justice. SRM ammo, how many are in a bin? 100? 100 rounds of SRM ammo. Alright, that should be good enough.
Logged and noted. Shouldn't be too hard.
Job's done, Commander.
I've got the financial report.
All right. Wow, that's a lot of money. I think this will make it so that we can actually afford things.
We're nearly broke, Commander.
Okay, yes, we are actually getting very close to being nearly broke because I bought that Marauder part. Because I'm not going to get a lot of those. Alright, let's see what we got. Medical expenses. We're on yet another random event on week 19, day 2. In the morning briefing, Darius pulls up an inventory spreadsheet on the Leopard's view screen. We're running a little low on medical supplies, medipacks, trauma packs, and a few other things. It isn't critical quite yet, but I'll feel better when we're well restocked. Sumaya frowns. Why do we keep patching our supplies on dibs and drabs? Can't we get some kind of bulk discount and get ahead of this problem? God knows we'll end up using them. Maybe the doctors can speed up our recovery times for a while. You have the option between buying the minimum to restock, put off replenishing the medical supplies, or buying extra supplies to boost medical efficiency. Well, people get injured all the time in Mandark LLC, so that's what we're gonna do. Later in the week, Darius provides an update. I did some bargaining and managed to purchase a bulk lot of medical supplies. He always looks a little smug after a successful negotiation. We could make these supplies last longer at our previous consumption rate, per your instructions. However, I've directed the staff to use the surplus to accelerate recovery times as much as possible for the next month. You lose $25,000, however, the company gains 2 medical points for 30 days. Okay. Alright, let's see what we can do. Since we're at Weldry, and I have nothing else to do, first strike and orbit Weldry. Weldry, one of the most notorious hellholes in the Oregon Reach. Everything about this place is hostile to human life, and for the past 3 years, Espinosa has used it as a dumping ground for his political enemies. The Directorate has a prison complex on the planet's surface. The inmates call it the Icebox. The image of an imposing structure appears on your view screen. It has solid, heavy walls that you've come to associate with the Taurian architecture. It's holding a facility for political prisoners, high value to hostages as well. Members of the founding family, spouses, sons, and daughters. If we liberate the prison and set them free, we break Espinosa's leverage over the founding houses. The political map will change nearly overnight. We don't know what the Directorate has been doing to our people in there, but we have to set them free, not just for political gain, but because there are people, and we need your help to do it. Alright, aren't the founding houses and ladies supposed to be powerless against figureheads? I need to know what I'm about to send my lance into. What makes Weldry so inhospitable? You've got an army. What do you need us for? Well, I would like to know what makes this inhospitable, because my crew might actually be into... Wait, she has a gun? I never knew she had a gun. Why don't I have a gun? Where's my gun? Why don't you have a gun? Or you? Why does no one on this ship except her have a gun? Oh boy. Alright, what makes this place so inhospitable? That's a good question. Everything from the sub-zero climate to inedible vegetation, the whole planet is infested with blood-sucking insects. The swarms can stretch for miles. Oh, Jesus. Okay. You're shitting me, right? Oh, Jesus. I'm afraid not. They're called Branson's mosquitoes. Imagine a colonial biting fly the size of your thumb. They serve as carriers for harmful bacteria. So they carry the equivalent of malaria too? Jesus. And you're dropping infantry there on purpose. The army will be safe. The population centers like Icebox use ultrasonics to keep the swarms at bay. But I thank you for your concern, Mr. Vertanen. There we go. Alright, you got yourselves an army. What do you need us for? Because we're in battle mechs. We don't care. Alright. Subtle, decisive action. I will lead my army in an all-out assault on the Directory's primary spaceport. After I've drawn their attention, you will sneak in and attack the icebox and liberate it. We'll set my uncle's hostages free and put the founding families in our debt all in one fell swoop. It reminds me of a lightning raid I went on for your father's military. It was a good plan too, right up until we made contact with the enemy. Yeah, that's something Mandark would say. I do understand what you're saying, Mandark, and the chaos of the battlefield is one of the major reasons why I need your help on this drop. You and Mastiff improvised on Cormadir, and you got me through the coup alive. I'll be counting on you to use that same adaptability on Weldry, should the need arise. I'll remain in radio contact with you after we hit the ground. Good hunting, Mandark. Give my uncle's troops the hell they earned. After the Directorate presence on the planet has been crushed and the icebox has been liberated, we'll regroup to celebrate our victory. Alright. Okay, so I think I'm going to call this a video after I try and get the drop order, because we're running on nearly 20 minutes, and if I add this to the Weldry raid, we will be here for nearly an hour once again. So we've already made the drop tonnage, apparently. So theoretically, we could drop the Javelin. However, that's probably not the best idea. So we're going to be on an ice planet, so this will be useful. And we have an LRM-10, so this will be useful. So you'll be able to take more damage, and I think you have jump jets. So you have jump jets, and you can take more damage. You also have jump jets. And you have a whole slew of jump jets. Actually, you have 4 jump jets. Okay. And a few heat sinks. Now, theoretically, we could build around this, but that's not what we're here for. I want to thank you guys for watching in this episode, and in the next episode, we shall be actually attempting to strike the heart of Weldry to see who we can free out of prison. Probably all of the people that got arrested for simple things like marijuana or talking shit. Who knows? Political climates. That's all I'm gonna say. Peace.